That's fine. I'll start over. Welcome back, everybody, with Potterthon 10, benefiting the Trevor Project, the leading suicide prevention and crisis intervention for LGBTQ young people. They provide services both in crisis situations where LGBTQ people can contact them 24/7, 365 when they need support, but they also are very active in creating awareness and creating a safe space and doing advocacy so the world is a bit of a safer place for those LGBTQ people around us. Um, Welcome in, runner, Captain Paxo. We just did this, but the audio was not very audible apparently. So welcome in again,
Thank you. It's great to be back again. Uh,
again, and we're very happy to have you again. And in commentary, we are joined by Seed. Welcome in.
Hi, hello. This is gonna be an exciting run. I am really looking forward to commentating this with
I'm
Paxo.
I'm looking forward to watch it. Is Seed? I'm assuming you can do the countdown if
Oh,
everybody's ready.
yeah, for sure. So if Paxo's gonna go to the title screen here in a second, and he has to save the game here, and the time is gonna start once he presses OK on this screen here. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Good luck.
thank you. So this run is going to be quite an intense run. Once we get into it, this is all bonus levels, new game. So you might have seen just before we started the run, I was in the bonus levels area for this game. There are 10 bonus levels that you can complete, and the goal of this category is to try and complete them as quickly as possible, or as early as possible in the game. And the way we do that is we have to use the game's kind of main in-game collectibles that it uses for tracking 100% progress, which are the gold bricks. And there's a lot of them throughout the run that that we can gather. There's 200 dotted across the game. We need to collect 50 of them to unlock bonus level number 10, which is the most amount we need to collect. So this run basically starts off as a mad dash around Hogwarts in the first few levels to try and get 50 gold bricks as quickly as possible. Or I think 41 gold bricks, because we can then go to the bonus levels and get the remaining 9 gold bricks we need from the first 9 bonus levels, and then complete bonus level 10. So it's a lot to get through. It's basically, essentially a quarter of a 100% run in the space of about 30 minutes or so, optimally.
Yeah, and something, if you're not familiar with Lego runs in general, this is what he's doing right now is he's controlling 2 players playing solo. So he's basically doing what we call 1P2C, which stands for 1 player, 2 controllers. So just a way to do co-op, but with only 1 person, and that's basically used to speed up everything across every single room in the game, to just do multiple tasks at once. And Paxo mentioned these gold bricks that you have to collect to get the bonus levels. What he's doing right now in this first level, he's collecting these studs everywhere to try to get to get the true wizard status for this level, which is going to give him 1 additional gold brick. He also collected, in the second room, he collected 2 crests, or not, 1 crest, I believe.
Just the one, yeah.
Yeah, and that is also gonna be used to get a gold brick later on. But you can see that the bar on the top of the screen is almost filled up, and that means, okay, now it is fully filled up, and that got him the true wizard status, which is just one more gold brick. And this is he's gonna finish this level here. And now this run is pretty short. You can see the estimate, 45 minutes. Basically, you don't have to do much of the story of this game to be able to get all the 50 gold bricks. It's just, I believe, the first 3 levels, and then everything else is done in the overworld to get to the gold brick count.
Yeah, so there's a few things that get gold bricks in this game. In the levels, there's 4 things. Completing the level gives you 1. Collecting True Wizard gives you another. Collecting all 4 pieces of the Hogwarts crest collects you another. And rescuing a student in peril is the final one. The student in perils we're going to see in the next room, although we kind of, for this first one, we end up putting the student in peril first, and then rescuing it. But on the overworld, it's the same kind of thing. We are going to get all of our gold bricks on the overworld, either by spawning and collecting gold bricks ourselves, or by rescuing these student in perils. And when rescuing these also give you a gold brick, although the game doesn't explicitly tell you it.
Yeah, and this game is the first LEGO game to have like a major overworld, so it's not just the levels that have all the action. There's a ton of stuff in the overworld. It's most of the post game is just roaming around Hogwarts and saving students and collecting gold bricks. You can see that he saved the student there. It's a lot of rooms in the Hogwarts are just gonna have a student somewhere that will need to be rescued, and that is going to give him a few gold bricks that he needs. Another one here by shooting the 5 house flags, I believe, or banners. And you can see that he has player 2 on the left there by the door where player 1 collected the gold brick. Another example of how useful 1P2C is. And now he's gonna be doing a pretty cool skip here. There's these things called camera pans that just like stop you from moving, but you can enter the... unfortunately he did miss it, but if he was able to pull it off, he would have entered the previous room to be able to skip this little camera pan. But not a big deal, saves only a few seconds. And now, also something new in this LEGO game that was introduced is the lessons. Basically, if you know how... I'm assuming you guys know how the Harry Potter lore works, but if you don't, the Hermione, Ron, and Harry learn certain spells across all the 8 films, and this game also has that system. So he's gonna be going to his first lesson here, which is learning the Wingardium Leviosa spell, the primary spell of the game. And each lesson just basically gives you a couple of mandatory uses of that spell to introduce you to how it works. And also gonna be using 1P2C here to speed it up. Yes, the first one on the right with player 2, and he's gonna go to the upper ones with player 1.
Yeah, so we have a small skip on these top ones here. We're going to try and complete the second and the third, or rescuing the second and third student here at the exact same time. So we can lift these two things at the same time. Basically, what you can't see is that this is actually playing 2 separate camera pans at the same time. And by doing that, by playing them both at the same time, we're able to skip one of them. And we can use that to end the level a little bit quicker. And we should be at 6 gold bricks now. Okay, good. Good start so far.
That is the 6th gold brick. Now we're gonna go to the second level, so just one lesson, and then we go straight to the second level of the game. Second level is quite a bit more convoluted than the first one with what we can do, because the first level we only had Harry Potter and not Hermione, Hagrid, that's his name. Now we have the trio here, and oh yeah, another gold brick here, but he's gonna be doing some cool skips now that he has specifically Ron, which we'll see in a second.
Yeah, we're spawning that gold brick. We did that by shooting the candlesticks, but we're not going to collect it yet, because it's slightly quicker to collect it on the way back from this level when we go to our next lesson. We've also going to spawn a gold brick here, and we're also going to rescue a student in peril at the same time, if Harry doesn't die. But what this allows us to do is this allows us to overlap the gold brick collection animation and the student in peril collection animation. So we save a good few seconds by doing that. So grab the gold brick flashed up for a very short amount of time, and then the student in peril flashed up. Both of them do get collected by doing that, so we're able to save a lot of time just by doing that.
Yeah, and now what he's gonna do immediately, he's gonna put Scabbers down with Ron and then retreat him, and that basically allows him to double jump for some reason. A very broken piece of tech that is only gonna be used a couple of times because there's gonna be a faster variant of it. As you can see, another double jump to get on top of the shelf. And he's gonna be shooting these candlesticks, and the flowers are gonna pop out of them. And this is for one of the crests in this level. So we also tried, or he's also gonna be trying to get, like, I believe you're getting 2 crests here.
Yep.
Out of the 4, and then he's gonna go back to this level later on in the run to collect the last 2 for the gold brick.
Yeah. The difficult thing with this level is the crests are kind of positioned in places, or some of the lamps that we need to hit are positioned in places that break the progression, or that you're supposed to walk through intended progression of the level to be able to get to. But that's slow. So to get this lamp here, we have to spawn that cutscene. Normally you wouldn't have to see that at all. But we have to see that here in order to get that lamp and continue on our way. We, by the end of this run, should get all of the candlesticks. And we should have 4 out of 7 of the lamps. Okay, that's a good sign.
Now he's gonna run to the troll and... Oh!
Actually got
he
it.
did get
Well.
early aggro. Nice. RNG, or not RNG, we don't know how this works, but sometimes if you run towards the troll, he's gonna aggro on you immediately, which saves him like 10 seconds, but it doesn't always work. He did get it there, so that's a nice time save. He's gonna rescue the student in peril there, which you don't have to do anything to rescue, really, you just have to, like, run to them.
Yeah, they're not
But he also...
really stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. He also collected the second crest on the left there by getting the lamps before. And now he just has to finish this troll boss fight, and that is the end of the second level.
Is that a good time for a donation or two?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, we have a $10 donation from Emma Berry saying, "Good luck, Paxo." As well as a $10 donation from Force28 without a comment. Thank you, both of you, for your donations. Very generous. Back to you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for Emma. Very, very long time Paxo viewers there.
My viewers have
Definitely.
descended on the chat.
Yeah. So yeah, another gold brick here. This is like a room that you normally don't enter at all during the story. This is mostly a post-game area, but he's gonna use it to get 2 more gold bricks here. And now I'm gonna go to the Lumos lesson. Another spell that we learn here very early on, and this just happens to be the second most broken spell in the game. Maybe even the most broken spell in the game, I don't know.
I'd say second most. Second most is fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you would have seen earlier in the level we just played, by pulling out Scabbers with Ron and then recalling Scabbers, we have a very short period of time where we can double jump. You can also do that with spells, or specifically Lumos, because it is a forced animation. By switching off of Lumos with either of these characters, we'll be able to have a short period of time where we can double jump, which gives us the ability to double jump pretty much anywhere we want, as long as we have a character that can activate Lumos.
Yeah, we don't really know why it happens. It's like the character just has like in like a different state when they are in Lumos. Their like jump height is changed and everything. And when you disable Lumos, it takes a bit to go back to the normal state. So it just allows you to double jump. And what you saw there was something you also saw in the second level we played just now, which is a pet warp. It's a very weird glitch because all you have to do it is use Wingardium Leviosa on Ron while he puts down Scabbers, which teleports you to a seemingly random location, but the location it teleports you to is the 000 coordinates, and it allows you to get to this bonus area of this room early, and also normally a post-game area, but he can use it here to get a gold brick or 2 really quickly.
Yeah, that's not the last time we're going to be doing something like that either. I need to make sure to not softlock. If you go up there too quickly while the game is saving, that is straight up a softlock, because you go past the transition to be able to, to be able to hit the to reload the next room or go back to the previous room. We'll be going into our... Sorry.
No, I was gonna say there's some weird quirks like that you have to be careful on. And yeah, this is yet another lesson, the strength potion lesson, which is not really gonna be useful to us. The potions are just like very specific, only used in a couple of levels throughout the entire game, but we do have to go through this. There's no sequence breaks. There's not that many sequence breaks in this game, so this is just a mandatory lesson, and also it gives you a gold brick though, so it is useful for this route. And now
we are gonna sequence break.
Yeah, this is an actual sequence break, but it doesn't look like one. You can Lumos jump, which is what we mentioned, double jump by activating or deactivating Lumos, to get to this higher floor early. And this enters the Transfiguration lesson, which this is a spell that is like the most pointless thing ever in the whole game. This is a post-game spell that you can unlock by going here, but doesn't really do anything for the game. Unless you're speedrunning, of course. This spell is really broken. It's gonna allow us to do something called transfig jumping, which we'll see later on in the run. Yeah. And that is why we go here to unlock it. Normally, you wouldn't unlock this spell until you're like getting 100%, but for speedruns, it is something that we get very early on, even though we're not supposed to.
Yeah, so I think this spell is technically unlocked until you get Polyjuice Potion in year 2.
Yeah, maybe.
That's how it normally works anyway, but of course, by getting it early, ironically, this is like the only time we're able to actually use it in the castle. Because the rest of the time, the game doesn't allow us to use it. This is something that's patched in later versions of the game. I was on Scabbers there, whoops. On the 127 collection version, not on the original version, which we're playing on.
Yeah, and now he's gonna position. He turned Harry into a frog, and he's gonna position the frog in the corner there. And what that does is allows you to wall climb every single wall in the game, because the hitbox of the frog is a little bit smaller. So when you turn back into the character, your hitbox gets bigger, and you get stuck in the wall, and you can just kind of jump up it infinitely. And this is also an extra area here that he can use to get a couple of gold bricks. And yeah, I mean, just you can see already how broken this game is just through a couple of spells. So now we're gonna go to yet another lesson. This one, we're just gonna collect the student here on the way.
We've got a few more things to do first. We also have to do the most difficult trick, I'd say, in this run. Because we are going to, after this student parallel is collected, we are going to climb the entirety of the Hogwarts Grand Staircase way before you're normally supposed to do it in this game. But we can do it with this transfig jumping technology. Tech. But yeah, so we could just position player 1 in the rat form just here, and then as they change back, you can go all the way up the wall here. Sometimes this one can be a bit annoying, but the trick doesn't end here, because once we get up here, we've got to get a jump into the wall here so we can land on this upper balcony. Rescue this student in peril that you shouldn't be able to unlock until well into year 4, I believe.
Yeah, you do need like the Reducto, which is the last spell you unlock in the whole game. But yeah, that was really, really clean. That trick is actually way harder than he made it look, but that was a very nice execution of it. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of insane that you have to do all that to get a single gold brick. But this route is really tight. He can't he can't like miss out on any gold bricks. So you basically collect everything that is possible to collect at this point in the game. Another student in peril there. I believe you just have to like shoot a student there and that frees him. I'm not really sure.
Specifically, you're trying to stop a group of students bullying another student. Normally they take like 3 shots or something to get hit, but if you hit them with Transfiguration, they just immediately like stop what they're doing. That only works in first year, when you have Transfiguration as a spell you can actually use in the castle.
Yeah. Transfiguration is a really weird spell because it's the spell doesn't work everywhere. It only works in a few levels, and there isn't a reason for it. Like, it just doesn't work in a few levels, and we don't know why. It's just a specific flag they set in some levels, and doesn't make sense because the spell, they didn't know that the spell can be used to wall climb walls, but they just disabled it in a few levels. And yeah, they also disabled it in the castle. What Paxo mentioned, they disable it in the castle after year 1, which I believe is a bug because, like Paxo mentioned, it's fixed in the collection version. But it's a really, this game just has some really weird thing with spells, and that's one of them. So now at 25 gold bricks, so halfway there. Gonna be going to our next lesson right away here. Broomstick flying.
Yeah, this is probably the simplest level in any percent, or in any category really. It's a bit of an auto-scroller, but all we've got to do is kind of shoot these gargoyles a few times, and then we shoot some flowers. It's quite a chill level. It's a nice break because a lot of early games in some of the categories can get quite intense with just the pure amount of lessons and stuff you have.
Yeah, for sure. So now, he's gonna be going to the next level, but before that, we do have some detouring to make, so to speak. And also, we're gonna see another transfiguration strat, I believe.
Oh, I'm not doing the transfiguration strat. I'm doing parkour with this.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this is a very rare skip that you do. It's only used in a couple of categories because you come through this way so often. It's normally just worth opening the gate. But this is what's known as a pet recall. So by recalling scabbers or any pet past the transition, and the line of the transition goes to the character that you're using, you are able to just hit the transition no matter what's in the way of it. So we use that there. Saves a few seconds, not too much, but it's a very swag strat to pull off.
Yeah, now he's gonna use this this courtyard here, or the grounds, to also get some gold bricks. This one's from cleaning the rocks, and there's a student there trapped in the vines at the top right of the screen, or the devil's snare. That's what it's called.
There we go. Game was being a bit awkward with letting me collect that, but it got there eventually. But yeah, so we are now on our way to play the last level that we actually play in the, I guess, any percent version. It's the last thing we do in story, essentially. But before we go into the level, we got two more gold bricks we want to try and get here. So we're going to rescue a student in peril with Ron on player 2. And then player 1 is coming up here and starting an unnecessarily long camera pan of a ball rolling down a slide.
Yeah, honestly, very interesting thing to just look at for like 20 seconds for no reason. I mean...
But it gets us a gold brick, we can't complain too much.
Yeah. A very creative choice from the developers to have it like that. But yeah, now he's gonna enter this level, and... yeah, you'll see a transfig skip here, or transfiguration skip here right away. Gonna turn Hermione into a frog and just position her at the wall there, and that is gonna allow him to basically sequence break the whole level, assuming it works.
Okay, that was a bit weird, but it's fine. One thing I also have to make sure of here is this level is insanely tight on the number of studs you can get. So I'm gonna basically clear out this first platform as much as I can, then drop out player 2. And then continue on my way. So we're doing a skip here, picking up that purple stud. And We are then going to collect a crest, which we really shouldn't be able to collect yet. But just by dropping down off of there, we're able to collect it. And then we're going to make our way over with player one, but we're going to drop in player 2 here because we're looking at getting all 7 of the flags. The red and yellow striped flags. We need to get all of them for another crest. So we drop in player 2 there, so player 2 can then continue getting all the flags on this side, while player 1 makes their way towards the door. I should also pick up another blue stud with player 2.
Yeah, so he picked up 2 crests, and that's all he's gonna do for this level, and also get the True Wizard, which is gonna be from completing the level and getting True Wizard, he's gonna get 2 out of the 4 gold bricks in this level that are possible. But what he's gonna do after this is we have a few free play splits, which basically free play is a mode that allows you to use every ability and character you have unlocked at this point in the game to play the levels again, and that's what he's gonna use to get the rest of the crests in this level to be able to get another gold brick.
Man, I'm like
and also
200 short here.
I mean, that's fine. You can probably get that, right?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. That was honestly not too bad.
Yeah, that was about a second off my gold. But yeah, we now go and we've got to do another really cool glitch here. Basically, to unlock one of the crests in 1-3, the level we just played, we need to get a dark magic character. And there is no way in this game that we can get a dark magic character at this point. But we have a workaround for that. We have Transfiguration. And we're going to whack Professor Quirrell with Transfig. I completely forgot to switch to him. We're going to hit Professor Quirrell with Transfig, switch to him, and then when we go through a door, we are now in control of Professor Quirrell, because for some reason you can switch to a character that you have used Transfig on, even if they're not in your party. And we get to use that to get to Nocturne Alley early, and hopefully collect this Karkaroff token.
Through the wall, for some reason.
Yep.
And yeah, that is a dark magic character. One of the only ones that are like easily accessible, and I'm saying easily once you do the glitch to get Quirrell, but
Karkaroff's not actually dark magic.
Oh, sorry, a Reducto character. Which, yeah, basically, like I said, Reducto is a spell that is the last spell you unlock in the whole game. But some characters, mainly the adult characters, have it early, and Karkaroff is just like sitting there, the token for him, and now he has to buy him. And the shop menu for this game is absolutely terrible. You have to scroll all the way to the right to be able to buy a single character, because Karkaroff just so happens to be at the very end of the characters list.
Yeah, there's a very small time save I'm trying to do here, where I'm holding right with the joystick and then mashing right on the D-pad, and occasionally that skips through like 2 different inputs at once. You can get through the menu a little bit faster. Also, shoutouts to Emma for actually reminding me to buy Karkaroff. I did forget.
Oh.
But yeah, we're going to do another glitch here as well. We're going to drop out Professor Quirrell, and Professor Quirrell is now stored as our player 2 character, which means that even when we enter the level in free play and we go in the character selector, Quirrell is still showing up as a selectable character for player 2, and then we enter the level and we have Professor Quirrell. This is really useful for getting the dark magic crest that we need to, but it also has a caveat in that if we switch characters off of Professor Quirrell, we lose him permanently, we can't switch back. He's only stored as the current character. But we can use him here to collect this dark magic crest. And then we're going to send him over another wall. But once we get over the wall, we're not actually going to use him, because Quirrell might be kind of useful. His attack speed is ridiculously slow. It loses like 5 or 10 seconds or something to do this with Professor Quirrell. So instead, we're going to switch to Karkaroff, who we just bought, and we can collect this Student in Peril and this crest, and I was a bit too slow, so we get to see this wonderful camera pan, which progresses the story, but we've already gotten past that bit of the story or progresses the level. It's a weird one.
Yeah, and that's gonna be 2 more gold bricks to his gold brick count. He's now also gonna play 1-2 and 1-1 in a free play, which are the first levels of the game, because these levels just so happen to not require many abilities to finish them or to 100% them. So he's gonna do another pet warp here to get past the troll, and gonna drop in player 1, who's gonna get dropped in right next to Scabbers. Put the free fish in the fountain there, and also destroy this handle. And that spawns in the last 2 crests that he needs here. Another gold brick, and now he's gonna play 1-1.
Yeah, that 1-2 section is my favorite section of the level. Oh, favorite part probably of this run, because it abuses the drop-in mechanics in free play, in that if you drop in a character in free play as opposed to story, it doesn't bother to track like specific characters' like movement paths or anything. They just automatically spawn directly where you are, and we can use that really well. We're also getting a crest here. This crest requires either making these stalls into a staircase, or just using a very nice Lumos jump to be able to get up to them there. And then we got a few things we need to take care of on Diagon Alley. The main crest collecting thing is with Hermione here. So Hermione's going to build this kind of sweeper thing and use that to get a crest. Harry is going to jump on this platform. Hagrid's going to lift it and rescue the student in peril there. And then we also have to open the section as normal. So we will go and do that right now with Harry and Hagrid.
Yeah, interestingly, the game gives you Hagrid as a 3rd character for this free play level. It's just a mechanic that was introduced with this game. Basically, you don't unlock Hagrid after playing this level, so they have to give him to you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to play this level in free play at this point in the game. And yeah, that was the 3rd crest of this level. He also collected a student there, like you mentioned. And the last crest is behind this reducto block here on the right. And that will be this level also 100%ed. And right now he's gonna be going to the last section of the run, which is the bonus levels, the 10 bonus levels.
Yep, we're good on gold bricks, so that's always a good sign. Before we go into the bonus level itself, we've got to get 3 more gold bricks, because we're on 38 at the moment, and we need to get to 41. We're going to get them in this room, which is the gold brick shop. So we have enough money to buy 2 of the gold bricks, but for the 3rd one, we have to do this really annoying gold brick collection, where we have to sweep up all the dust from the floor. And the hitboxes for sweeping this dust up are absolutely terrible. There we go. And yeah, I feel really bad for anyone who 100%ed this game on Wii, because I can imagine that this is not exactly a very easy thing to see where the dust particles are. But with our 41 gold bricks collected, we can make our way to the bonus levels.
Yeah, and they are in the Gringotts area of the hub here, and what you're gonna see is that these bonus levels are very plain and simple. They're basically meant to showcase the level builder mechanic of this game. And because they're plain and simple, with our speedrunning glitches, we're able to cheese all of them very easily, and which is what you'll see here. But what you're also gonna see is that he's gonna open these, or he's gonna open the first vault for the first bonus level while building the door for the 2nd and the 3rd. So first bonus level, you're gonna drive this bus. This level normally you need to collect 100,000 studs to be able to open this gate, but you can drive this bus then put down Scabbers and jump from the boss to the gold brick. And that is already the first bonus level done. 9 to go.
Yeah, so each of these bonus levels are broken in a different way. This next one, bonus level 2, is going to be broken by our very favourite Lumos jumps. So again, switching to Lumos, activating Lumos, and then switching off Lumos, you have a short period of time you can double jump, and the game made, or the devs made these walls the perfect height that we can, with a Lumos jump, just about reach on top of them, and by doing that we can break every single level, every single one of the bonus levels.
Yeah, and you can see that these levels are like there is a ton of stuff we're skipping. I mean, in the last one you've seen that there's a lot of like platforms there that Ron was like stranded on the island. Same thing here. There's a ton of stuff you need to do to open this gate right off the bat, but he can just Lumos jump over it and then jump to the gold brick. And yeah, I mean that's the whole level. There's gonna be a few. There's like 2 bonus levels where you can just pet warp straight to the gold brick, which we're gonna see.
Yep, this is one of them coming up right
Yeah,
here.
this is one of them. So, like we mentioned, there's the pet warp glitch that basically warps you to the 000 coordinates of the map, and in this one it just happens to be right above the gold brick. So you can warp the pet up there and just jump into the gold brick. That's it.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's not the shortest level, not the shortest bonus level.
Yeah, no, it's not.
There is one more. I can never remember if it's 5 or 6. I think it's 6.
I believe it's 6.
Yeah, which is incredibly quick, but we're going to go and do 5 first. Which is, you know, way longer and more complex. It takes 3 Lumos jumps to be able to completely break it, and not use any of the pet tunnels and Scabbers movement that you're supposed to use for this level.
Yeah, now this is the shortest one. Another pet warp. You're gonna see another pet warp, but the curious thing is the developers actually put the gold brick to finish this level at exactly the 000 coordinate. Actually, it's not this one. No, it's the next one. My bad. The next level. This one's also pretty short. You can just jump over the gate there with a well-timed Lumos jump, and yeah, I mean, also a what was like 5-second level.
Yeah. The level you were thinking of is level 9. This is
Really?
7, so this has a very risky one-try strat, which I'm going to try and go for. And I've got to try and, with player 1, lure a Dementor to stand on a button. Because even though they float, they have weight in this game. Let's go.
Nice.
And we open that gate, and that lowers the lava, which the gold brick spawns under. And we can collect it like so. Yeah, that's a very sick strat. I think that's actually the first time I've got it in doing runs of this category.
Yeah. It's when people are running all bonus levels, like not from new game, but just all bonus levels, which is a 3-minute category. It's a very sick category. This is like the biggest reset point, I think, past this level. So, and yeah, this is another very hard level here. He's gonna do a very precise Lumos jump to get up here, and then do a long jump. Or Lumos.
It decided not to Lumos jump. That's fun. Yeah, so one of the interesting things with the physics, for some reason, when you're near an edge, we're not going to talk about that. For some reason, when you're near an edge, you have the ability to, or you lose the ability to Lumos jump, which can make this kind of navigation stuff quite difficult. But we do have a pretty neat set of jumps here, where we can jump on these platforms and then land on the tree and just about make it to the other side. That's not as precise as it looks, actually. There's the jumps earlier in the level are actually a little bit harder, but they're still not easy by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. So only 2 more levels to go, so time is gonna be coming up shortly here. And yeah, this is actually the level that I was talking about. The gold brick for this level is put right next to where you pet warp, so simple pet warp and jump to the right, and yep, that's it. I think even without the pet warp, this level would be really short.
Yeah, but without the pet warp, this level becomes a lot more risky because it becomes a... if you fall in the water, then you're soft locked, if you do it with both characters.
So now for the final bonus level 10.
This is a very cool tech, this one. So we get to abuse a bit of broomstick tech, and basically what I'm going to do is hold and release the kind of broomstick levitation button just at the right time, and that allows us to get a bit more height, and we land on this torch. The torch pushes us upwards, and we can then fly through the aging line, which is supposed to have an aging potion for, and finish the run. So that was time. I kind of forgot to say that.
Yeah, GG's. That was pretty good. Sub 40.
Let's go. Yeah, that was my target with that. So hopefully we're a little bit more back on estimate now. But yeah, this is an absolutely fantastic run. I love doing runs of this category. Yeah, I highly recommend if you're interested in any form of LEGO speedrunning, this is a pretty good place to start. It's complex enough that there'll be kind of enough growth and progression as you get better, but it's also a nice length and it's just kind of good fun.
Yeah, absolutely. This category is also very fun to watch, and I hope everybody here enjoyed this showcase. We have another LEGO run next up, so also stick around for that.
We do. Thank you guys so much. That was really entertaining to watch. Even as somebody who has not ran these games before, it was really easy to follow thanks to you guys' good commentary. So that was very entertaining. Thank you so much.
No worries. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks to you too.
All right. And as they already correctly pointed out, the Lego block, no pun intended, is not over yet because we will be having Lego Collection Sorcerer's Stone coming up by Wario. So we're going to head into a quick transition. If you guys have any last words?
All I can say is, hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the event, and we'll see you guys also tomorrow because Max is doing another run. So.
All right, looking forward to it. All right, we're going to go into a quick transition, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Potterthon